Hi, it's Dr. Z. In this video, I will review motivation. By the end of this video, you'll be able to explain theories of motivation and describe how we experience motivation in our everyday life. Please feel free to pause the video at any time to take notes. What are your reasons for attending college? Is it because your parents made you? Or maybe you want a specific career? Or maybe you want to make some money? These reasons are the motivation for why we engage in certain behavior. What gets you moving in the morning? In other words, what motivates you to get out of bed every day? Some students may say that they want to start their day in a good mood. Others say the alarm gets them out of the bed. I say that the need to go to the bathroom is the main motivator to eventually get our lazy bodies out of bed. Motivation can be based on physiological or social needs. From a biological perspective, William James theorized that we have instincts that are not learned, which serve as motivators. Let's discuss two theories of motivation that focus on biological needs. The drive reduction theory is rooted in the biological perspective. If you experience the urge to go to the bathroom, you've experienced a biological need. What happens if you're unable to go to the bathroom right away? I imagine you may start feeling tense, uncomfortable, maybe even do the potty dance. This is an internal state of tension called a drive. We are motivated to reduce these states of tension. Once you've relieved yourself in the bathroom, don't you feel better? Well, you have successfully reduced the drive. In other words, you've reached balance or homeostasis with your biological needs. This diagram illustrates the process of the drive reduction theory, starting with the need, drive, the goal-directed behavior to satisfy the need, and then returning to balance. Riley from Inside Out is experiencing the biological need of feeling thirsty. She reduces this drive by engaging in goal-directed behavior by buying something to drink and satisfying her need. Now, what happens when you get bored in class? What do you do to stay awake? I imagine you daydream, tap your pencil on the desk, fidget, or even doodle in the margins of your textbook. Well, you are basically doing things to keep you awake. In this case, arousal is a fancy word for being alert or awake. Arousal theory is about maintaining optimal alertness and physical mental activation. In essence, you're doing everything you can to stay either physically alert or mentally alert. The Yerkes-Dodson law, as illustrated in this photo, explains that you need the optimal, or the right amount of alertness to perform your best. If you have too much arousal, such as being too anxious or too fearful, your performance will suffer. Likewise, if you have no motivation or very low interest, well, your performance will also suffer. There is a sweet spot where your performance will be optimal, which will be different for each person and for each task. The goal of arousal theory is to stay alert and active. After you wake up and go to the bathroom, what happens? What keeps you going during the day? While well known for his research on observational learning and the Bobo doll studies, Albert Bandura also studied self-efficacy. He describes self-efficacy as an individual's self-belief in their own capabilities. He theorized that one's self-efficacy was critical to motivation and engaging in goal-directed behavior. Let's discuss two theories of motivation that focus on social needs. There are two types of motivation. Intrinsic is just a fancy word for internal. Intrinsic motivation is internal motivation, or the drive and purpose inside of you to be successful. In the movie Akeelah and the Bee, Akeelah has internal motivation to study hard to participate in the spelling bee. Extrinsic is a fancy word for external. Extrinsic motivation refers to motivation that is external to you or arising from external factors. Extrinsic motivation involves gaining a reward, like a scholarship for good grades, or to avoid undesirable consequences, such as studying hard to not lose the scholarship at the end of the semester. Akeelah's hard work paid off by winning the spelling bee and gaining a monetary reward. In reality, we are motivated by both intrinsic and extrinsic factors in our everyday life. The hierarchy of needs is a theory of motivation that encompasses both biological and social needs. Recall that the psychologist Abraham Maslow used the humanistic approach, where people are innately good and have the capacity for choice. He proposed a process through which humans seek to meet their needs. This pyramid diagram illustrates the 5 needs, starting at the bottom of the pyramid. First, physiological needs are necessary for survival. Then it is followed by basic needs for safety and security, the need to be loved and to have a sense of belonging, and the need to have self-esteem and confidence. Maslow theorized that individuals who have met their needs of physiological, security, social, and esteem will eventually reach self-actualization. Self-actualization is an individual's full potential. I believe that we all have small moments of self-actualization throughout our lives, such as graduation or winning an award or championship. Self-actualization is a lifelong process. In summary, there are several ways to explain the motivation for why we engage in certain behavior. Some include biological needs, others focus on social needs. Regardless, I encourage you to engage in exploration of what motivates you to be successful.